Can you hear me now? How was everyone's weekend? I could do that. Does that help? Here we go with the denims. I don't know. I love this yarn so much. This is my favorite of all the scented stitches, Power. What you working on, Andrew? Uh-oh. So this is how I get away with not counting. It always lands. The double crochet always goes down the mountain and lands. It always lines up between the second and third double crochet of the last group of 3 double crochet. And then you know it's time to skip 2. That's how I do it without counting. I just watch for that. I was working on my pattern, but I put it away for tonight. It was giving me a hard time. Stitch Balm is an aromatherapy balm. You put it on your finger and where you tension the yarn, and the yarn slides through that balm, and it has essential oils in it. It smells really nice, and it makes your project smell nice. And it smells nice while you're working on it. I find it really grounding. I use crochet as a, mental health stabilizer. And so for me, it's just like that added like somatic element of aromatherapy brings me into the present. I find it really grounding. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's your pattern for, Andrew? 5. Oh, you're doing your own poncho. That's cool. I'm doing the 6-day Supernova. I can't tell if I'm live over here or not. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am. No one's there. One, two, three, four, 5. I've been only putting 4 in the peak a bunch lately. Hey, Della, aka Fran. I'm trying to see all the chats. Skip 2. What's up, Manslayer? It's pretty, isn't it? This is one of them there thick and thin yarns. Sometimes it be thick and sometimes it be thin. Yeah. Am I there? I'm almost there. Okay, so this was round 5A. And so for the rest of the pattern, it's going to be 5A. 4 is always going to be the same. 5A is going to be your round 5 for the rest of the blanket. The only difference is going to be that you're going to have more stitches, more double crochet on each side of the peaks, just like the 6-day star blanket. It's going to be exactly the same, just with more stitches. So the number of stitches on each side of the peak goes up by 3 each time. Okay, so this time we had 16 stitches. Was it 16 or was it 17? Hold on. I just did this with like regular plain colored yarn. Let me see. 16. So you're going to have, let's see, who can see what? We'll do it like this. Let's see. TikTok, can you see? There we go. Everybody can see. Okay. So don't count the 5 in the peak. Okay. This is separate from that. So this time we had 16. The next time you do 5A, you'll have 19. The next time you'll have 22. The next time you'll have 25, 28, 31, 34, 37. I'm giving you 10 repeats in the pattern. Okay, you don't have to do them all. On the small peak, you had 4 this time. The next repeat of round 5A, you'll have 7. The next time you'll have 10. The time after that, you'll have 13, 16, 19, 22. It's going to go up by 3 each time. Okay, again, I gave you 10 repeats in the pattern. You don't have to do them all. You can stop when it's whatever size you want. And if you want more than 10 rounds, you're going to have to do the math yourself. Okay, so 6A is going to be the same. It's just going to have one more stitch on each side, okay? But it's going to be exactly the same. Slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 3, and now I'm going to have 16 up to the peak, and then 5 in the peak, which is the center of the 5 double crochet in the peak. Hi, Jennifer. Okay, and then 17 going down, and then skip 2 in the valley. And then the little peaks are going to have 5. So this is 6A. So 6A replaces round 6 here and throughout. So for the rest of the repeats, you're going to repeat 6A. Well, that is really out of focus, isn't it? Sorry about that. Okay, so there's my 5, there's my center 3, there's my center 1. I mean, this isn't really a tutorial. This is a crochet along, but I know that people will use it for a crochet along or for a tutorial. I can't even talk. Oh, you know what? My poll, I never updated it with the right. I wonder if I can do it now. Hello. Poll. Text poll in progress. Nope, I don't think I can change it. I was supposed to change it. So a lot of the information in the poll isn't correct. Like the yarn and the pattern and the hook. So the yarn is Noro Tsubame 24. Where's my little paper that I had that said yarn? Remember I had that paper. And here we go. How's that? Doesn't really tell you though, does it? There you go. There you go, TikTok. You're welcome. Okay, so this is 6A. This is my first repeat of 6A. And let's see, it's 17 double crochet on the big peaks and 5 double crochet on the small peaks. I just want to stop and admire it every once in a while because it's freaking gorgeous. I, I'm sorry you have to look at that TikTok. I could not tell you what is happening tonight. I can't wait to see how this one turns out in my time lapse. I'm just going to slow down. Thank you, Ellie. Thanks for sharing the live. So I had to drive back down to Kitty Hawk today. I went down on Saturday to pick up my prescription, and the pharmacy was closed. We're getting into that time of year here on the Outer Banks where some things start to close down, or their hours are more limited. So I had to drive back down there today. But it worked out okay because I had, when I was down there on Saturday, I went to TJ Maxx and I bought a new suitcase. My old suitcase is just like, it's done, And I just decided I'm going to get a new one. I'm not going to keep dragging around the same old, broken, messed up suitcase. I'm just going to get rid of this one and get myself a nice new one. And I saw that they had some really nice ones at TJ Maxx a while back. So I thought, well, I'll go down to TJ Maxx and get myself a new suitcase. And then, so I did. I went down there, I got a new suitcase, and I tried on some tops. And I bought myself a couple new tops. And so then when I had to go back down there, I thought, well, I'll go back to TJ Maxx. And I'm going to get the little carry-on that matches my new suitcase, because I realized on my upcoming flight that I have 2 bags. I can check. So I thought I'm just going to go ahead and get that second bag. And even if I don't check them both, because I'm going to what's the hook? It's 44. Yes. What am I using? I'm using an I, but I suggest you find your own, your own hook size for you, because the star blankets are a little bit weird. You need loose tension with them or they'll curl. So don't go by what I'm using. Find the one that works for you. Usually I recommend people start 1/2 millimeter larger than what's recommended by the label. This one recommends 3.5 to 4 millimeter hook. So I think I've done this whole blanket with this eye hook, actually. You need a much bigger hook than recommended with the star blankets. I saw somebody in my group today was using the Colorama Halo yarn, and they went down a hook size to start. And I was like, you can't, especially with that fluffy yarn, you have to go up. Thank you, Andrew. You're the best. Andrew, you are the best mod. You're killing it. I appreciate you. I think I have how many more lives do I have this week? Maybe only 2 more, Thursday and Friday. I think I might only have Thursday and Friday left. Star Blanket September is almost over. Wake me up when September ends. I know. Wonder if I can finish all these star blankets I started this week. I don't really want to work on this one off camera too much because I want to show these rounds that are different. What is this? 6A. And then I have 7B, 2B, and 3B. So I did make some adjustments to the pattern, so there's no 2C and 3C now. So I don't know, maybe I'll make it. Maybe I'll get there. What time is it? 8 o'clock. This isn't really supposed to be the tutorial anyhow. This is just a crochet along, but I know people want information. Somebody made a comment on one of my TikToks last night, and then they right away deleted it because I responded like, I was like, I can't. I was like, are you serious? That was my response to their comment, was like, are you serious? Like, do I owe you a lesson or a tutorial every time I do something? But they were like talking about my time lapse, I post my time lapses of all my lives, and they were like, "What's the purpose of these? Because I can't see what you're doing, and I'm not learning anything." I was like, "Oh my god, is that all I'm good for? Are you not entertained by my time lapses? Are they not cool? I thought they were cool. How cringy am I? Am I that cringy? I mean, I know I'm cringy, but I legit thought my time lapses were cool. I'm like, are you seriously don't like these? I'm gonna just stop then. I'm just gonna stop because I don't know what to post. Honest to God. You can't make this stuff up. I was just like, what? What? I can't see what you're doing. What is the purpose of this? This is TikTok. Oh gosh. Help me. Help me, people. Help me. I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. Good grief. And I'm not getting in any more discussions about when is it inspiration and when is it copying somebody else's pattern, like come up with your own stuff. Just do that. Just do that. I get embroiled in these conversations and it's like people just will not stop until you say, okay, that would be an okay time to copy something. Stop copying. Come up with your own. All right, I'm going to stop complaining now. Thanks for sharing the live. Hi, Amanda. How you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm totally fine. Just, bruised ego as always. Don't stop. It's hilarious when I complain. Yeah, but y'all have to be honest with me. Like, I really did think those time lapses were cool. Why else would I be doing them? Like, every day. I post them every day. What is the purpose of this? Who do I need to have a talk with? I blocked her. I said something mean back. Actually, I don't really think it was mean, but I was just like, what I said was, are you serious? Like, do I owe you a tutorial every time? Do I owe you a tutorial or a lesson every time I come on to TikTok? Can I not just come on here and have fun like everyone else? And oh, that's a good idea, Andrew. Thank you. And then I went and looked at her page. Okay. And I was like, oh, this probably isn't really worth my time to be worrying about this particular thing. And then when I came back, they had deleted their comment. Lordy. Yeah, I was like, how does this person have like every single video? They have 300 followers, but every video has like millions of views. And then I was like, oh, it's a bunch of reposts. I was like, okay, I don't know what's happening here. I'm out. I'm out. Out. Then I blocked her. I blocked them. I forwarded it to one of my other accounts so I could stalk from there, but then I blocked it. What a weird world we live in. Honestly, though, like sometimes comments like that can take you out, you know? It can just take you right out. But that one just kind of had me scratching my head. I was like, really? I don't know. I don't really see too many people doing the time lapses, so maybe they're not cool. I think they're cool. I like it. Especially the last one that I posted, which was the one where I had the yarn in the bowl and it had a big hole in the middle of it. And you could see the yarn, like it, it was the one that had the big yarn hole. And I thought this is going to be a really cool time lapse because you can see that, the yarn, the middle of the yarn is like empty. What's the purpose of these? What's the purpose of you? And then another online interaction that I had today. I'm a little embarrassed to talk about this one, but that was a fun night for sure. I had the other day, or I don't know, last week or whenever it was, I decided it would be a good idea to wear a crochet halter top and get on to Instagram and be like, hey, I'm going to wear something I crocheted every day until I hit 100,000 followers. And I started losing followers right away, but I did get a DM. And that I've been carrying that conversation on, even though I was like, creeper, because it was funny. It was funny. The conversation was hilarious. And I didn't get any pics, but I did get some of the like racy, oh hey, I just woke up kind of pics. And they were just hilarious. They were hilarious. And I didn't poke back too much, but I just kind of, and then the things that were shared were just so funny. This person basically told me who they were, first and last name, and where they lived and all that stuff. And I was just like, wow, you're pretty trusting. And they got mad at me because I said I don't get it to one of their jokes. And it just like escalated. I can't. I just can't. It's too funny. I can't talk about it on here. Oh my God. You gotta come to the Zoom call in the McNiverse if you want the dirty details. It wasn't even dirty, but it was just dumb. It was just dumb. Oh my God. So that's what's going on with me. I don't know how people can take themselves seriously, honestly. Oh, help me. Help me. I need help. I just can't. I can't. Oh, thank goodness I have crochet. Bring me back down to earth here. Bring me back down to earth. This is like fairy forest and mermaids. I just love this colorway. Oh my gosh, so much. So much. I can't get enough of it. I'm going to order me some more. Thank you very much. I don't know, your username is unpronounceable. But yes, this colorway is incredible. I really love it. I love blue and I love green. It just has all the different greens that I like. And all the different blues, like the aqua and the turquoise, the peacock. This is Luna. I keep saying I'm going to change the script. Okay. Yeah, it's just coming across as like blocks. Mrs. Luna. I see what looks like moths or butterflies. Okay, somebody's asking on YouTube. I started your 6-day star blanket, but I bought the 6-day superstar blanket by mistake. Can I still finish my star using the superstar pattern? Okay, so what you want to do is you want to do the first 8 rounds, 8 setup rounds are the same. So you'll do setup rounds 1 through 8, and then you'll go to my website for the rest of the star blanket. So then it'll be setup round 9 from the star and repeat rounds 2 through 7. So it is going to be different. And the paid pattern is the same as the pattern on the website. I don't know when people started having a version on the website, a free version that had less information than, you know what, I'm going to just catch another thread here because those look thin. I don't know when people started having the free version not be the same as the paid version and started putting more information and more photos and more stuff in the paid version. I don't understand that. You know, I have people saying, I paid for this pattern. Why doesn't it have this or this or this or this? Like, They wanted to have more. Brianna, I'm not saying you're saying that. I'm sorry. It's probably coming off that way. I'm not saying that you are saying that. But I'm just telling you, the free and the paid version are the same. So you can follow the superstar for the first 8 rounds, and then you'll need setup round 9 from the star and repeat rounds 2 through 7 from the star. They're a little different. They're very similar. It's just the setup is different. The setup is different. The Superstar has 3 additional setup rounds. The Star Blanket has, yeah, of course. Sometimes I say stuff or I make comments. It sounds like I'm popping off at the person talking. I don't know. I think these are in my TikTok shop now. I'm not sure, but you can check for my my massage oil that I like and some of the other stuff that I have and use and like here. I have too many timers in here. I have 3 timers. I do not need all of these timers. The blue one can go in the other room. I was wondering, I'm like, how come everything is not fitting in this little basket anymore? I'm pretty sure I have the lymphatic massage oil on my YouTube affiliate. And then, I mean, I don't know. I don't think Ashley Black lets people who look like me affiliate with her products. Because they're mostly their target, they're supposed to be for eliminating cellulite. That's how they were originally marketed. But this is a fascia tool, and I use it on my hands in between crochet sessions, keep my hands healthy. Wrists and forearms. You need oil to use it. That's why I have the oil nearby. But I like that oil because it absorbs easily and it doesn't end up all over my project. I didn't really oil my arms, but yes, put your work down and do it with me. Okay, I have to say this. When you bend back, first I'm stretching my wrist gently, and then I'm stretching my fingers and my palm. Okay, so wrist and then fingers and palm. And I am hypermobile, so if you can't go as far as me, don't go as far as me. You can straighten your elbow too if you need a little stretch in your elbow. Most of us probably do. But just be really gentle with your body and your hands and like say nice things to yourself. I forgot that I used to do that, and I don't know if most people do that. I think maybe because I was a dancer for most of my life, would always be like, oh, stretch harder, go further, do more, do more. Come on, like no pain, no gain kind of talk to myself in my mind. But I don't want you to do that when you're doing this. I want you to be like really gentle and kind to your hands and your body. And you're not going to go beyond a 7 in terms of stretch, okay, or discomfort. When you're stretching, you should feel mild discomfort, not pain. Okay, so first the wrist and then the fingers. And then if you want a little more, you can straighten the elbow. Okay, and then grab your thumb from underneath with the other hand. We always say we're going to stop and stretch. Everybody knows that stopping and stretching is, healthy and good for us and our crochet habits and practices. But when the time comes to do it, we just don't do it. So that's why I have these timers. You should have a trigger for yourself. So I'm actually going to do 30 now because I it's glitching on me. It probably needs new batteries. There it goes. What was I saying? I don't remember. This is the time of year too when you're going to see all the crocheters on social media talking about needing compression gloves and wear these or that compression gloves so that they can crochet more. And if your hands hurt or you're in pain, you should definitely stop. I don't recommend slapping compression gloves on and just continuing. I definitely promote somatic practices and teach somatic practices and exercises in my community, the Betty McKnittiverse. It's BettyMcKnittiverse.com, BettyMcKnitUniverse.com. Hannah says, hi, I'm doing your star blanket as my first ever crochet project, and I'm very much enjoying it. Thank you for the great tutorial. You're so welcome. I really hope you'll show off your blanket and tag me when you post it so I can see. Welcome to the world of crochet. It's such a wonderful hobby. It truly is. I love your tutorial video. I try to crochet as fast as you, but I have to remind myself to slow down. I was just crocheting. I was just working on a tutorial for this blanket that I'm doing right now. And I had to redo a little bit of it because I was like, I'm going so fast. They're not going to be able to keep up. But I mean, these double crochet rounds are like, man, they just feel like they go on and on forever. I don't feel like I crochet fast. I'm going slow right now because I really want to enjoy this yarn. Luna says it helps so much with my stress. Yes, that's good. That's all the more reason to take care of your body while you're doing it, though, you know? Because if you don't and you end up in pain or you end up with tendonitis or carpal tunnel, then what are you going to do for stress relief? You know? Your experience shows through your work and speed. Oh, that's very kind of you to say. Aren't you sweet? I just love that so many young people are doing crochet, picking up crochet and making the 6-day star. I love seeing all the stuff you all do and what you do with it. You kids are so cool. Making my blanket, showing it off. And here I am like the cringy crochet mama with my with my time lapses that apparently are cringy. Nobody told me. I'm going to cry. Okay. All right. I'm going to lay it down at the end of every round and admire it. Okay. All right. So I'll just say this because I know some some it's okay. I know I'm cringe. It's fine. I know that some people will in the future will watch this and it will be like a tutorial for them. So I'm just going to take a moment to say that 6A is going to be the same from here on out. This is a repeat round from here on out for your blanket. Okay, 6A. The only difference is going to be you're going to have more stitches from here to here. Well, let's not do that one because there's chain 3 there and that'll confuse people. Oh, it started over. That probably, maybe that's why I had the white one in here, or the blue one or whatever color that was. Okay. The only difference is going to be that you're going to have more stitches between the peak and the valley, okay, in future rounds. So it's going to go up by 6 each, or by 3 each time. Okay, so you have a good one, Brianna. Reach out if you need any help. And I really, yes, please tag me so I can see that. I don't want to see a picture of your mom with her blanket. Good luck. Reach out if you need any help with it. Okay, so we had, how many did we have? We had 17 here and 5 here. So we had 17 on the big and 5 on the little. So the next time you're going to have 20 and 8, 23 and 11. Okay, it's going to go up by 3 every time. 26 and then 14. 29, 17, 32, 20, 35, and 23. Okay, so I'm giving you 10 repeats. And after that, you got to figure them out yourself. And you don't have to do all 10. You can stop whenever you want. Okay, so let's do 7B. Let's see how fast I can do it. I'll show off for Brianna. Okay, chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch. Thank you, Ellie. Where's my stitch marker? Okay, it's helpful to mark this last double crochet of the round and the first single crochet, and that way you don't end up working extra stitches on this slip stitch or this chain 1. Okay, and the only difference, 7B, so it's going to be 7B from now to the end. All your round 7 repeats are going to be 7B. And the only difference with 7B is that you're going to do 2 in the peak instead of, I think in 7A we did 3 and in 7 we did 4. So now in 7B from here to the end, it's going to be 2 single crochet in the peak. Okay, there's my 5, there's my 3, there's my 1. 1, 2. Let me get it in focus. Okay, and then we have, let me see, let me look at the numbers again. 26 from peak to peak. So don't count the 2 in the peak, just count between the peaks. 26 single crochet. If you want to figure out your total stitch count for the entire round, you can go right ahead and do that, but I don't think it's really helpful to have that great big number and have to count up the whole round. What's really important is that you have the right number of stitches in the right places. So you want to make sure you have 26 from peak to peak. And then each round 7B, it's going to increase by 6 each time. So the next repeat, you'll have 32 from peak to peak. And the repeat after that, you'll have 38 from peak to peak. And then 44, and then 50, and then 56 and 62. Okay, it's going to go up by 6 each time. I'm giving you 10 repeats. There's my center and the peak. So I'm going to do 2, and then I should have 26 in between. From peak to peak. One, 2 in the peak. And then 26. This blanket's getting big. Really pretty. How's everybody's weather been? I've got spectacular weather here. We had the rain and floods last week, but it has been so gorgeous here. Two in the peak and 26 from peak to peak. Two in the peak. 1, 2. The crickets sound so pretty. and relaxing. The other night when we had all that flooding, it was like the full moon, the harvest moon, or whatever it was, the frogs were singing. Somebody said, "Oh, yeah, that's the one where the frogs sing." And they were all out and they were singing. And by singing, I mean like croaking really loud. It sounded like, "Rah!" Like that. It was really weird. And they sounded like they were so close, but I couldn't see any. It was like shining a light, trying to see the frogs, but I couldn't see any. Okay, here we go. This is where I have to carry my yarn, my other yarn, my non-working yarn. I have to carry it up so I don't have to weave in those ends. Do I want to do that? No. Look at this. It's like all deflated. It's like a deflated, flat little ball of Noro. I'm not feeling sleepy, but I am feeling really relaxed, and I'm just enjoying my slowing down a little bit and like just really enjoying this yarn. I really love it. This is probably going to be, I mean, not probably, this is for sure going to be my last round of the night. And I hope, what do I have? I have 3 rounds to go, and then I will have tutorialed all the, all the rounds. So hopefully I can get through them all in the next 2 days. Don't let Sister Amy see it. She's going to want to crush it. I know she'll scramble it so that it tangles. She likes to torture me. What I really want to do on the last day of the of Star Blanket September, which will be Friday, I believe. I believe I have the last day scheduled on Friday. What What I really want to do that day is show all the different edges, whatever edges I'm going to do. So I got to try and finish up. I got a lot of blankets to work on. Oh, is it going back to the pink? Did I already give the repeats for round 7A? I think I did. So what did I say? We have 26 from peak to peak, and it goes up by 6 each time. So next time you'll have 32, then 38, 44, 50, 56, 62, etc. Always make sure your counts are correct between the peaks, peak to peak. Don't count the 2 single crochet in the peak. Just count the single crochet between the peak stitches. You should have 26 from peak to peak. And so you won't need me to show you how to do 7B again, because it's going to be the same every time, just with more stitches. So we're finally getting into the repeating rounds of the Supernova. We have 3 more to go. Almost done. Thank you, Andrew. You've been so awesome tonight and always. Really appreciate you always being here. Oh, I'm glad you have fun on the lives. All right. I'm coming down to the end of round 7B. 7B. Join with a slip stitch. I'm going to pull that in a big loop because we're going to be working from the other ball on the next round. So make a big loop so it doesn't come undone. All right, my friends. Remember when I started weaving these ends in a couple of lives ago and then I quit? Yeah, what the heck is wrong with me? Go ahead and weave a couple of these buggers in. Okay, so I'm going this way, and then I like to go back and go the other way. Make sure your threads, your ends change direction. And that's going to help keep the little tails from coming out as you use your blanket and it kind of gets worn and stretches. Okay, so if that gets pulled, and that little thread, it's going that way and that way. It is not going to come out. All right, one was enough. I'm done. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Sorry for the technical problems that we experienced. And I will see you all on Thursday, I believe, is our next one. Thursday and Friday are the last two. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you for all the gifts throughout the live. You've been here the entire time. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, my friends. I wish you could smell what this smells like. It smells really good. It smells like Palo Santo. All right, thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. Bye. Bye, TikTok.